Well, it's a very big day for West Wilson Middle because the first time in nearly 3 years they were having a pep rally with all grade bands involved, 6th, 7th, and 8th. It's all due to the tornado displacement, the setbacks of COVID. We all know the story, but today is much more than just a pep rally. This is a homecoming.
A homecoming indeed. And for students, especially those West Wilson 8th graders who were bused down from Mount Juliet High School to Mount Juliet Middle today, well, it felt so good to be back with their West Wilson peers.
How's it feel to be back with everybody?
It feels good. I'm so excited. I got to see some of my favorite teachers.
Good sight to see, isn't it?
Very much so.
For West Wilson Middle Principal Dr. Deontay Alexander, well, he wasn't exactly sure how this would all go over, you know, with everyone back together.
For me, it was just, I was anxious, I was nervous, but I wanted to see how the kids would respond, but they really was very impressive to not only just to me, but to the teachers. Yeah. And that was a really big deal. And we was excited to have them all in one place, and I love that energy.
In a word, it was perfect.
You could just tell, like, kids were being kids, and they were having fun. And although we put an instruction aside for just a brief moment, but you can tell it was fun.
It was something that I think a lot of schools take for granted, that they can be all underneath one roof, and our kids have not got to do that in almost 3 years. They were asking what is a pep rally, what takes place at a pep rally, so it was a lot of surprise for them, and they really needed it, not just because it's homecoming. We just needed to be together, for once underneath the roof.
The road to get back here has been filled with a lot of transitioning and moving parts. To refresh those who don't know, well, West Wilson 8th graders attend Mount Juliet High School. This is part of the post-tornado housing plan. The West Wilson 7th graders attended Mount Juliet High for 1 year, then moved over to Mount Juliet Middle last school year. Today, all of them, grades 6 through 8, at a West Wilson homecoming pep rally for the first time since 2019. And they were as loud and proud as they could possibly be.
Before I even started here at West Wilson, togetherness was always a word that I always used. Together we're stronger. West Wilson strong. West Wilson proud. And so for me, I said, you know what? Let's let that be part of our culture, togetherness. And so when we see that, it speaks louder, and it's just a great feeling when you feel that you can lean on your staff, you can lean on students and parents to support you. And when you have that aspect of it, it makes us feel closer as a family.
West Wilson Middle science teacher and cheer coach Megan Maxwell is one of the teachers that's experienced all the transitions at West Wilson Middle. Her home, in fact, was badly damaged in the March 2020 tornado as well. So she was very excited to see this day come, perhaps just as much as the students.
A lot of the teachers got together and were like, let's do this. Let's put something where all of the kids can be here, and I think the teachers needed it just as much as the students.
Heavy equipment is on site at West Wilson's original property, and soon their construction will begin. But today, you'd never know that West Wilson was currently a split school situation. It was just like old times, and that was a wonderful thing.
So the 8th graders, they were excited about it because they're not too far removed from the middle school, because they were here last year. So they kind of know what it feels like to be in this building. But when they were coming back, you could tell they was a little timid at first. But after a while, when they saw what the energy was like in the gym, they just let it all out.
Today was a perfect example of how school spirit doesn't necessarily have to come with having your own home. It's produced when students and teachers and administrators believe in each other and will do whatever it takes to back each other. That's the heart of these Wildcats, who in time will be known as Warriors. And that's about as fitting of a description that this school could possibly have.
6th, 7th, and 8th graders do not usually lack energy, and this was volume 10 for sure, and then some, I think. So you could just tell that they were excited to all be under one roof. They were excited to be cheering on the team, so it was a win-win.
I'm Bart Barker with Wilson County Schools.